Hi and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this quality transparent liquid soap with just few ingredients. This liquid soap is natural. It can be used on kids and adults. It has no side effect and is pH balanced. So to make this transparent liquid soap, I will have my ingredient measured out, and as you watch this video on the screen I'll be dropping the measurement and ingredients used in making this liquid soap. So if you decide to make this, just take a screenshot and use it whenever you want to make this liquid soap. And to mention, this is natural and no chemical in this, and this is good for the whole family. So in my beaker I'm adding my SCI powder. SCI powder is a matte surfactant and it's always used in children body wash. So the next I'm adding is my cocoa betaine, and it's also a matte surfactant and it helps with the foaming of this liquid soap. So after I'm adding these two together in my beaker, I'm going to mix it to make sure it's combined properly. As you can see, you'll still see the lumps from the SCI powder, so I'm going to mix it until it's combined properly. So at this point, after mixing it, I'm going to keep it aside and measure my honey. And honey is a humectant. It helps draw water from the atmosphere to the skin. And so after measuring out my honey, the next thing boil distilled water. And for my boiled distilled water, I'm measuring out 350 grams of hot distilled water. And after measuring it, I'm adding it. I'm pouring the hot distilled water over the SCI and cocoa betaine mixture I did earlier. And for my honey, I measured out 20 grams of honey. And note, you can also use glycerin for this tutorial. Both glycerin and honey does the same thing. They are both humectants that help draws water from the atmosphere to your hair or your skin, depending on whatever you want to do with this liquid soap. So for my cocoa betaine, I measured out 150 grams of cocoa betaine. And for my SCI powder, I use 30 grams of SCI powder. And at this point, after mixing it with the distilled water, this is what it looks like, very thick. And if you want it thicker than this, you can reduce the quantity of the distilled water we used. And if you want it lighter than this, then you add more to the distilled water. Add more compared to the measurement I used. So at this point, I'm going to mix it until it's fully combined together, the water and the cocoa betaine. Then the next is my humectant, and here, like I mentioned earlier, I'm using honey instead of glycerin. If you have glycerin and you don't have honey, whichever one you use, they serve the same purpose. So after adding my honey to this liquid soap, I'm going to mix it very well. At this point, I'm adding my preservative, and for my preservative I'm using liquid German plus, and you can use whichever preservative you have, but remember to follow the manufacturer's instruction. So I'm going to make sure I mix very well. And the next is my essential oil. For my essential oils, I use vanilla for this liquid soap. And note, essential oil is optional in case you're not using this directly. If you have any other thing you want to do with this liquid soap, maybe to add other ingredients for shampoo or for your body wash or face wash. So guys, at this point, after mixing it, the next I'm going to cover it with a cling film. I will leave it for 4 to 5 hours. And after 4 to 5 hours, this is what the soap looks like. So it's becoming transparent gradually. So after this point, I'm going to cover it again and leave it overnight. You can leave it overnight or leave it for another 3 to 4 hours until it's completely transparent, as you can see in this video. So guys, this is my liquid soap after the next day. It's completely transparent, and like I mentioned earlier, this liquid soap is safe. You can use it like this for body wash. You can also use it as a shampoo, and you can also decide to add other ingredients to it. Remember, this is pH balanced, so if you're adding any other ingredient, make sure you check your pH before using it. I love the consistency. I love the outcome of this liquid soap. This is so simple and easy to make. You can agree with me on that. So guys, the next thing after mixing it, at this point I'm checking the pH. As you can see, is neutral and is safe to use both on the skin and the hair. I so love the consistency. So the next is to transfer it into a sterilized bottle and use it whenever you want. You can start using it immediately, and you can also decide to add other ingredients like I mentioned earlier. Use it as your shampoo or body wash, even face wash. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you in my next video. Bye.